What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing well, especially on this holiday weekend. Hopefully you're able to get outside and have some nice weather and do what you want. But this is not one of my typical builds that I usually do. The aesthetics of this is probably not pleasing on the outside. It's more about what it's on the inside. If you're looking for this location, I would suggest loading in at Tosstown, sometimes the Crash Plane, and running down here. It's kind of where the bend is and both the little roads there that you see. You could go a little bit further down the road and there's 3 mega sloths that spawn in. The thing about that is sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 1, sometimes there's someone else that's already farmed it. This location's pretty good. There are occasions that I load in and there's not a mega sloth here, but I like this farm. As far as screws, I mean, there's certainly other ways to get screws. I mean, you can, get the fans, and there's a lot of videos out there on screws. But the thing about that is that's a one-time only type deal, and you can, do that every day, and get about 100, I think, per run, unless something's changed. So if I'm speaking offhand, out of pocket or whatever, please correct me. But as you see, I got upstairs, I got 4 turrets, 2 missile launchers, 2 of the heavy turrets, and down below I got 2 regular heavy turrets. I have a fence set up to trap the mega sloth in, and the whole point of this is to be able to farm this location without wasting a lot of materials, because if you do a lot of these farms, especially at a location like this, back in the day before they made everything almost a bullet sponge, you used to be able to one-shot or two-shot this mega sloth and server hop, so it wasn't that hard to sit here and just farm this location. I used to have a survival tent, and that was about it. That's all I needed. But I'm not a bloody build, and so it just gets a grind where you got all this stuff, and the good thing about this location with the mega sloths is it usually drops an 8 item. It drops usually a weapon or an armor item, meat, and so if you're what they call a food build, it's good for you to have that meat on you. But if you do it, say an hour, sometimes when I'm getting ready to go to bed, I'll do it for like 30 minutes, and I can usually get about 50-60 screws a night doing it that way. It just really depends, but if you want to sit here and grind it, you certainly can. If you're on PS4 and you ever see I always leave my public camp icon on it, and I have it called Get Screwed. It's not a trap camp, I assure you. In fact, I had a trap camp yesterday I loaded into, and it didn't kill me. And the guy brought his punji boys out to where I was and tried to kill me again, and it still didn't kill me because I have nerd rage on that on most of my mules. But that was funny. But this is not a trap camp. This is a farm camp, and I do this on a lot. I have other farm camps I'm going to post here coming up. Probably next week or the week after, but here's the idea. So you shoot the mega sloth once, and you see I have the 2 turrets down below. And so the thing about farming this location is just wasting less resources than you get, because as a banker, it doesn't make sense to have this farm but to waste all my resources just to get one resource. You know what I mean? So the thing is to get more resources than I'm wasting. And so this, to me, I wasted 2 bullets, and every about 15-20 server hops I'll have to repair 2 of the turrets. So it's not a lot of nuance, I guess you would say, with it. It's just loading in, shooting it once, and if you build the fence around it, he always stays inside the fence, and he's not aggressive until you shoot him. And the other thing is, you just saw, if you're on a new character, you can get mods this way, and so you can always get leather, silver and screws at this location. So feel free to use this idea, and like I said, if you see me on PlayStation and you want to come in and take this, kill the sloth, feel free to do so as well. But if you see anything you like, feel free to use it, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. See ya!